Recording in progress.
Hello, Moses.
How are you? Hope you're fine. This is the Shy Yeti Show.
Okay, where you go?
Aloha.
Why have I got horns?
Oh no.
You've got to be joking. I can't believe this.
Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh, there's gonna be some drama ahead.
All I wanted was a pie, and then I hatched out of an egg.
Okay, bring the mic over. He's ready to record.
Is it metaphorical? Is it deep?
Oh, your show is getting so international, Paul.
Boy, he said all that Shy is right.
It's such a woman.
Blimey, Governor, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know how it done.
Excellent.
825. Washington, Vice Challenge.
825. 825 times.
825. 825.
Bonjour et bienvenue au podcast The Shy Life.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Shy Life Podcast with me, Paul the Shy Yeti. How you doing? Oh, I'm all right. So, what's this episode going to be about? Well, I'm going on holiday. And I'm going with Paul from school. Yeah, I should have left that as a surprise, but sometimes I do that and then I end up putting the surprise in the title of the episode. And definitely in the show notes. So what's the point? Yeah. So, where are we going? Should I leave that as a surprise? No, there's no point. No, we're going down to Kent, between Folkestone and Canterbury. It's a place that I've stayed in many times before. Do you remember the spooky school? It's actually not spooky at all, but it has been spooky on the podcast. We first went down to this holiday retreat as long ago as August 2016. So, like, within the first few months of the show, and we've been back many times. Do you remember when Harry and I have done singing? We did that at least twice, and that was on trips down to the holiday retreat. I don't know what we call it. I don't like to use its actual name because, to be honest, you can't just show up. So anyway, the holiday retreat. We'll call it that in that voice. So yes. So Paul and I are going to the holiday retreat this episode for a whole week, and we'll have a car because Paul's got a car. So yeah, we're going to see the sights. So buckle up. You'll have to sit in the back. But anyway, yes, we're off to the country. Yes, right. On that theme music.
Darling, it's the Shy Life Podcast.
My favorite person is here.
Keep it rolling.
Yes, but it's a positive thing, Paul. The High Life, the Shy Life.
I'll go anywhere but potato.
Hello, Campers. How are you?
Go Shy Yeti.
Oh my God, you haven't found out my secret. I think you have.
I love the Yeti's. It's my favorite thing.
If you thought that was bad, just listen to this.
Yeah, I'm strangely drawn to Yeti Uncle John's ankles as well.
I could eat my body weight in crisps.
Has anyone seen my hot sausage?
It's all gooey and meaty and yum, 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 yum.
Oh my goodness. It was enormous.
I don't think I'm ready to speak about it.
Here comes the grizzly.
It's the Shy Life Podcast.
He can't wait for it to begin.
Right, I'm just being an alien.
I never realised aliens could be so friendly.
I like that.
Hi there.
Marvelous.
I was just putting back smelling nasty.
75.
Okay, we are recording.
So yes, it's Friday the 15th of... I'm only sounding a bit doubtful because I haven't checked, but yes, it's Friday the 15th of May. Yes, I just double checked. It is. Although it won't be by the time you hear this, I'm sure it'll be at least June. But yeah, so we're going down for a week. We've got a cottage this time. Don't worry about me in the stairs. Paul from school has the upstairs bedroom and I'm going to have the downstairs bedroom. So what are we going to do? Well, I might keep that as a surprise because like when Matthias came over, we didn't quite stick to the plan anyway. So we have plans for trips to things like Folkestone and Whitstable and Broadstairs and Canterbury and maybe a National Trust or English Heritage House. I want us to go somewhere spooky, genuinely spooky, but it all depends because, you know, Paul is having to do the driving, so we'll see how it goes. And also the weather isn't that great. Unlike when Matthias came over and it was wonderful every day. The forecast for Matthias's trip hadn't been that good, but it improved. I was kind of hoping that it might be the same thing with this trip, but every time I look at the weather forecast, it's still like very mixed. Sun and rain and clouds and potential storms, and it's been like that the last couple of weeks actually. We've been having April showers in May, so I don't know if the world's they got a little bit behind. I don't know if that means we'll have a late summer. Who knows? But anyway, I've still got some packing to do. I'm able to take a big suitcase and I'm taking some extra like foodie bits. We can go shopping down there, but usually when I go down to Kent, I have a suitcase full of food, but I don't need to do that this time. But yeah, I think that's it until Paul gets here. I've just got to get ready. And I need to eat before he gets here because we're not going to eat again until we get down. We don't want to sort of stop on the way particularly. So, yeah, I shall report when we get a bit closer to our destination. Yeah. So let's play some music, and when we come back, we'll be on our way. All right. It's a road trip. Well, it's not really a road trip. It's a trip. Just a trip to the holiday retreat, which I probably forget that's what I called it by the time I get down there. Anyway, never mind. I'll speak to you in a bit. Go and get packed. Don't take too many suitcases because there's only a certain amount of space in this car. All right. More in a moment. Hi listeners, we're here at the holiday retreat. I'm calling it the holiday retreat in a mysterious. Well, I don't know if that's a mysterious voice because I don't want to give away because we don't want fans knocking at our door before we even finish.
I've just had so much of that before. And it's too stressful.
So anyway, we're here
for my mental health.
No, exactly. You're supposed to be here to relax. Yeah. We're here at the holiday retreat. That's not the same way as I did it before. Anyway, Paul is here. Hi, Paul from school.
Hello.
Hi. And yes, we drove down. Well, Paul drove down. I just sat there. But yes, how was the trip down? You had some delays as well on the way.
Yeah, it was a little bit delayed coming from the Midlands, but only about half an hour. So got to Surrey about 1:30. Yeah. Got down here for 3:30.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So I'd say probably an hour and a half. We had a good run.
Yeah.
What I can't remember. Apparently, I have been here before.
Yes.
But I've just walked all the way round.
Yes, Paul went and explored.
I cannot remember any of it.
But it's probably at least 20 years ago. It's probably slightly more than 20 years ago since you were here. The listeners and I have been here quite regularly over the last 10 years.
You know, they asked me my age when I was at the we had to check in. And I said, I didn't say how important. I just said, oh, why don't you guess? I think it's for children.
Yeah, I think it's because you're supposed to put who's actually staying here.
But I don't think. Well, I can't imagine. There isn't another place like this, is there? In Kent?
No, and also
we must have stayed here, but I just do not remember any of it. And yet, I've taken some pictures of it's like an old manor house building.
Yeah,
and it's really lovely. I would have sure have remembered it.
We must have had a 2-bedroom house, but then I slept on the sofa bed or something.
We were in the house.
Yeah, because I don't think you'd have stayed. Well, I wouldn't have expected you to share a room with Callum. Not that there's anything wrong with sharing a room with Callum, unless I shared a room with Callum and you had your own room. But
you'd be okay with that.
I'm so used to sharing. I'm so used to sharing with Callum. But I don't know what we did actually. But then I like to stay up late, so I don't always like to. In that context, I probably slept on the sofa bed because I would be worried about disturbing people, like coming into a room at 2 o'clock in the morning. So.
I just do not remember any of it, and yet it's so nice. You would remember.
Yeah.
You would remember. Anyway,
we've got pictures. Oh yes, we've got. You have to send me any photos you think that.
This is like. It's not very helpful for your listeners, but basically it's like walking into a New England little village, like little clapperboard houses.
Yeah, I guess these must have been. I don't know if these were stables or what.
Yeah, it could have been. These look new. A newer build, like an extension, but they tried to do it in the style like a New England village. And we're in which I thought was a bungalow. It isn't a bungalow.
Yeah,
it's because it's got an upstairs.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's lovely.
Because Paul's got a room upstairs. I've got a room downstairs. But there's a sort of walk-in shower down here, but you've got your own bathroom upstairs.
Separate bathroom upstairs. It's a bit warm, so I've opened all the windows. Yeah. We've got a huge garden opposite us.
We've got a table out if we want to have breakfast. We could have. But the only thing is, people keep walking past because it's our route to sort of around the gardens. But
towards the leisure centre.
It's fine. Yeah, you went off and had a little look.
Yeah, so I've had a little look. So I had a walk round. First, they've got some sunken gardens.
Yeah.
It's a little path, just follow this little path. And then you've got the main house. A beautiful long room, panel.
Sometimes they do like cream teas in there. I don't know if they would this time of year, but sometimes they do. I have to have a look at the notes. Sometimes about 3 o'clock, they sometimes do. Whether that's a summer thing, could be a summer thing.
They've got a welcome meeting every day. For people.
But that's more for like people who need to like some guidance of where to go and things like that. But,
so it's all set up for that.
Yeah.
And there's drinks and teas and coffees in there. Really nice little lounge. And then behind that's the snooker room.
Yes. You can play pool on it, can't you?
Yeah. And then that I walked up to. Actually, that's not a great picture. I might delete that. I went up to that.
The pool, the swimming pool. Did you see the boar?
Yes.
The stone boar in the garden.
The stone boar, and to get to the leisure centre, I walked through this little wood.
Okay, yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Little corridor.
These are the sort of things that you would remember.
Yeah.
If you.
Well,
I'm worried. I obviously need some. See a doctor. See a doctor immediately.
I've been here so many times. I might have been here 10 times.
Really? 10 times?
I don't know. I can't. I think
your favourite. Which one's your favourite?
It was certainly my favourite from the point of view of how easy it's to get to.
Yeah.
I often came here because you can get we drove down, but I don't always have that luxury. And so, but you get the train to Waterloo, go from Waterloo East to Folkestone, and get a taxi.
Okay.
Even when I'm a bit more mobile, and we went and did day trips, you can get the bus from up the road.
Okay.
And I've been here by myself, and I've just been content to wander the grounds. And I sometimes come here around the time of my birthday. The listeners will remember that Harry and I'm sure I've mentioned this to them and reminded them, but Harry and I wrote some songs together. Well, we wrote 2 or 3 songs, and we came here around the time of my birthday, probably around the time, maybe a little bit before the pandemic, and we worked on one song, so we actually, if this place is haunted and you hear somebody's, well, I hesitate to use the word singing. If you hear a strange cat sound like a cat being tortured, and it turns out to be a ghost, it might be the voices of Harry and I singing.
Okay.
I think we just thought, well, this is somewhere that's not our house. You know, we're not going to scare the neighbours, so we'll come somewhere where we're not recognised. And you know, a lot of these record, singers. Their studios are like out in the countryside, and so
were you in one of these?
We weren't in one of these. Complex? No, we were. Well, we were in the
main house.
Sort of in the main house. Yeah. But I can't remember where you and I and Callum, because we think that Callum came here, and then I think that you took Callum back, and my friend Kerry came and stayed for the second half of the week. But when I was doing the, I was saying this to the listeners as well. When I was doing the 10th anniversary episodes, so like in about August 2016, I came here. I think that might be one of the times I came here by myself, because I did an episode. I did a few episodes here. So so that's another time. You forget. I don't have a tally of how many times I've been here. But it's I
can see why you would come back.
Because I like the Lake District one. But then that's such a big slog, and you definitely want someone. I'm prepared to come here by myself, or I used to be prepared to come here, with people or by myself. It's such a nice.
It's doable. Yeah. It's doable for you. For the Lake District, it's a lot more planning and a lot longer. And the weather is terrible.
It has been the last few times I've been up there. I haven't been up to the lake. I don't think I've been up to the lakes in about 10 years, because I went through a period of going quite a lot. But the last couple of times going in the summer, I think I went about 3 years in a row. And I think one of those times you came for a few days.
And Callum was with us one time.
Yeah, and I think the weather was okay, but I had a couple of. Then the next year I went, it was more rain than sun. And then pretty much the last time I went, we might have had one sunny day. We went to Blackpool, and the rest of the week was wet. And I was with I was with somebody who didn't appreciate the bad weather. It was kind of like, it's summer. I'm not prepared to put up with rain every day in the middle of August.
Well, what can you do? What are you supposed to do?
I know, but he took it out on me. So.
Well, I can see why you would come back here, because it's very relaxing, and it's not too.
We're not too far from the car park in this flat,
and it's not too busy.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll explore Folkestone.
Yes. Yeah, we thought, because actually, at time of recording, tomorrow is the Eurovision Song Contest. And we were going to have a little party for that. So we're going to probably pick up a few. We have some food in store, and I bought some extra bits, but there are still a few bits we might pick up. And we've decided to stay in tonight and make dinner out of things we actually have here. So Paul's done quite enough driving today, and I don't quite know. Because Toby said to me, "Oh, why don't you get food delivered by Ocado, but or use Uber Eats?" But it's kind of difficult whether they've been. I'm sure you can do it, and I think they probably say you can do it. I think you just have to stand out there in the car park waiting for the delivery man, because he's not going to come to exactly to your.
And also, you know where it's come from, made in some dark kitchen. You don't know where. Who has actually produced it? I'd rather have some control.
Yeah, well, we have the luxury of the luxury of that.
It's a really nice, lovely kitchen, and we'll get some nice things for tomorrow.
Yeah, and I'm sure we'll go and have a curry at some point. We always do. Yeah. But we've got lots of things planned. But tomorrow is Folkestone, because it's close and we can. Pick some stuff out, and it's going to be probably quite a late night because of Eurovision. There's no way it can't come. You're used to it a bit earlier than. He probably won't finish till midnight. So I don't know, listeners, whether he turns into a pumpkin at midnight. I know I do.
I think I find normally by about 10:30, I'm Ebbing.
I might have to slap him with a wet kipper, listeners, just to keep him awake.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Or I'll have to have maybe a little power nap in the afternoon.
Yeah,
power nap for a couple of hours.
That's allowed.
To bank some energy for later. But I have brought down with us a bottle of champagne.
Yeah.
So, but we hope the bag, the provisions bag was heavier than the suitcase.
Yeah.
So that, at least, I think that will be lighter. Should be lighter. When we
in boring moments of the Eurovision Song Contest, we've probably got the luxury where you and I can actually comment on how we think it's going. We won't be able to have the sound on, but then there were plenty of bits where you're like, "Oh, knew this bit anyway," because between songs, because they sort of waffle on, don't they?
Drag it out. Yeah.
So I'm sure we can pause to have a little review. I don't think I've ever done Eurovision on the podcast partly because it's not so controllable if there's lots of people. But anyway,
well, we think Finland is the favourite.
Okay.
In terms of the punters.
Oh right. Mm-hmm. I don't.
And I like the Israeli song.
I've only really heard the UK song, and I didn't think much of it this year. No. I like last year's one. And
also half of it's in another language.
Yeah, well, that often happens these days.
So I don't know. So we'll see. But I also. They're still confirming the final acts, aren't they? Or was that? I
thought that was yesterday. It was the second semi-final. But,
okay.
Anyway, we're going to have a chilled evening. So we probably won't report back until tomorrow, listeners. But as I say, Folkestone, and yes, you could go and do your own thing. No need to. You can just. The door's over there. You can, plenty of things. You can use the pool if you like. Just skedaddle. We'll speak to you tomorrow.
Bye.
I don't know. Dear, sometimes they just don't get it.
Take a hint.
Yeah. It's like, I'm feeling really sleepy. Oh, well, I was still recording. So, listeners, hi. Bye. Hi listeners, we're in Folkestone. Paul's been wandering around the covered market, and we're now in the Grand Burston Hotel in the Maritime Food and Coffee Lounge Bar. What have you seen?
So there's fat cakes, there's like a carrot cake, lemon cake, there's like a muffin, chocolate muffin.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Bit of carrot cake.
Carrot cake.
Yeah.
And a tea or a coffee.
Coffee. Yeah.
Okay.
Cappuccino.
Just have to see if they do that.
Yeah.
Could be ambitious.
Or just normal.
Could be ambitious. I'll ask.
Okay. Yeah.
That and a piece of carrot cake.
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah, that would be good. Paul has got it all in hand. He's been very good. He's been sorting out meals that we've had. He cooked sausages, beans, and sort of toast last night, and we had egg and cereal for breakfast. The weather's not too bad actually. There was more sun when we woke up. Paul was up very early, about 7 o'clock. He went for a swim, but he said that there were a lot of people. It's not really holiday time or school holiday time, so most of the people here are retired age. So it also means some of them are getting up very early to use the pool before they go out. But apparently Paul suspected this would be the case. So anyway, he enjoyed it. And although it was bright sun this morning, it's clouded over a bit now, but it's still quite bright. We've done a shopping list for later. We're going to get food for the Eurovision party, and yeah, all is good. I didn't wander around the covered market because it wasn't that busy. I haven't got that much energy at the moment, so I thought it was better to just enjoy chilling out in the sunshine. Whilst Paul explored. The market was in an area that had been the railway station, the end of the line at the harbour, and they've sort of refurbished it as a sort of area to hang out. And apparently there was a lighthouse. It's all good. I think our coffees are on their way, so I'll let you know what the cake and the coffee is like. Listeners, Paul has Baileys on ice. You had to wait for the ice to arrive there. Yeah. And Paul had biscuits. I've eaten my carrot cake, which was a little slice in a little paper packet thing. It had a little carrot on it as well, a fondant carrot, just so I knew that it was made from real carrot. And I'm enjoying my cappuccino. So. Hi listeners, I'm being accompanied by a piano guy. I left the hotel because Paul was going off shopping, so I thought I'd just gently walk around the harbour and enjoy the sun and the wind, and I thought, oh look, there's a bit where it's the old station, there's lots of seats, so I can just sit here and wait for Paul to get back to the car park. And then the minute I sit down, the guy with the keyboard sits down too and starts playing this beautiful music. I hope you can hear me. It's very loud. I hope this doesn't count as copyrighted music. I don't recognise the tune, but it doesn't mean to say it's not really famous. But hopefully if I keep talking, it'll muffle it. I don't know, my life these days just seems to be me trying to go places that doesn't have copyrighted music. It's got worse. I mean, it's ridiculous when people send like a keyboardist to follow me, so that is it a sign that I should stop doing the podcast? Well, alas, I'm not going to stop the podcast. Well, I mean, not alas, but alas for the keyboard guy, if that's what he was intending to do, which I'm sure he hasn't, because that would make me really, really paranoid if I thought he really was following me. I was just being silly, listeners, honest. Oh, look, he's finishing now. Maybe that's it. Goodbye now. Goodbye. Yes, I'm not clapping. I'm not clapping because I dropped my phone. And I'm facing opposite way from him. Are we starting another one now? It's all shimmery and very suits the water on the harbour. Anyway, after this I think we're going to go and get some shopping. And then go back to the house we might be having lunch at some point. I'm not sure. Anyway, I shall sit here and be serenaded by this pianist guy. Yeah. I'm not going to do the joke about him being a 6-foot pianist. No, that's an old joke and no longer funny. Hi listeners, I'm in the back of Paul's car. I'm in the back because the door is very low in this car and the car's very low. It's not easy for me to get in the front, so I'm getting in the back. Anyway, we're at in Sainsbury's car park. Paul is nipping into Sainsbury's to get some groceries and bits and pieces for dinner and for tonight's party. And yeah, so I told him that should anyone come by, like, try to break into the car, then I'd bark at them like an angry dog. Row, 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 row. Yeah. Okay, that's a little bit strange. But yes, what have we done since? Yes, I waited for Paul with the being serenaded by the piano guy, and then Paul came, and there was a fish and chip shop he'd seen, but it was right over the bridge and away from the car. I was quite keen that we stayed near the car, so because I was a little bit worn out. So we went to this food market again, and I had a Cajun fish burger, which was pretty tasty, although quite messy, and there were chips, but I think the chips were bought separately, and it was a much too big portion of chips. I shared some with Paul, but we didn't finish them, and I had a piece of his pizza because mine took longer than his. He was sitting there with his pizza. I just had a Coke. I had a Coke because Paul was saying, why don't you have a cider? And I was like, well, you've got to drive, so you can't have alcohol. And we'll have alcohol later. But then when he came back with his food, he'd got a cider. I was trying to be considerate. I should have just had my cider, but no, it's fine. It was a big pint. I don't think I really wanted a massive drink at that point, because we hadn't long sort of come from the hotel where I'd had a cappuccino. So yeah, after we've got the shopping, we're going to head back to the apartment. It's a little bit blustery outside. As well as recording this episode over the next few days, I'm also recording another episode that will probably go out later in the year, which is me celebrating one of my poetry books. It's the poetry book, A Yeti Way of Thinking, which I wrote 10 years ago and was kind of included at the very start of the series, but not in the way that I've covered my other books. But I thought what I would do was record that episode, the 10th anniversary episode of that book, on holiday, and maybe record some things outside, and maybe record some with Paul as an audience, and see how it goes. So I don't know, when I get back to the flat, it's only about 3 o'clock now. When we get back to the house about 3:30, there probably would be time for me to go in the garden and record some bits, but I think I'll see, because as I say, it's certainly a bit blowy out there today, but we're by the sea, so maybe inland it won't be. But it was very sunny when we woke up this morning, and it's more cloudy now, so I don't know. I will have a think about it. Anyway, next time you hear from me, otherwise, maybe I'll record when I'm out in the garden, if I do go out in the garden. Otherwise, the next time you hear from me will be during the Eurovision party. Listeners, we've been watching Eurovision Song Contest, and it's at the point where we've heard all 25 songs, and they're going, well, eventually we'll get to the voting, but Paul, what did you think? What were your favourites? What didn't you like?
Yeah, well, I changed my mind. I like Israel. Mm-hmm. I still like Israel, but I also like the German song, which is number 2. Apparently it's an unlucky slot. No Eurovision number 2 entry has ever won, apparently. But I really like the Italy entry this year.
You like the Finnish one, but only because Alex has put
£100 on it. So I think that's aspirational and optimistic.
It wasn't too bad, but I don't think my two favourites. I don't think would have even have got in my list of favourites last year. I think last year was a better year. I liked Belgium and I liked Sweden, and both were kind of bangers, sort of high energy dance music.
But you liked Greece as well, didn't you?
Greece, which was Greece? I can't remember.
Which was Greece.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I liked the singer. I liked the singer of the Greece one.
You liked the singer, but not the song.
He was like an alto with a nice beard, and he was very cute looking. But the song was awful. But then the Finnish song, the guy in that was quite handsome, but not enough for me to vote for him.
No, okay.
Delta Goodrem she's probably she's sort of famous in Australia, and she used to be in Neighbours, so I kind of sort of support her, but the song was very Celine Dion, and I'm not a fan of Celine Dion, so yeah, I guess Belgium or Sweden is my top two. The British song,
UK entry.
UK, yeah. I mean, it sounded like a mixture of Blur and Robbie Williams, but then there was lots of German in it, which kind of would have maybe worked better for the German entry. But
let's see what points Germany gives the UK.
Yeah. We'll have a bit of a rest, and we'll report back at the end when we know who has actually won. But we won't be giving away any secrets because by the time this episode comes out, it'll be long since been known. But anyway, these are our favourite. These are our favourites. If you had to choose one,
Italy,
and probably Brussels. Sorry, probably Belgium.
Brussels.
Well, Brussels is in Belgium. Probably Belgium. But I would have been interested to have heard what the songs were like in the semi-finals. I just didn't have time this week. Because if it's anything like the previous year, I liked some of the semi-final songs and wish they'd gone in. I think last year there was quite a quirky Australian song which got knocked out. So at least Australia got in this year. Even though a lot of people probably who don't know Eurovision, particularly my American listeners, are probably going, Australia in Europe? Yeah, they do bend the rules occasionally, but they've bent the rules with Australia for about 11 years or so now, apparently. So
we need the money.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll be back. We'll announce the winner. We'll be the official announcers.
The winner of the Eurovision Song Contest 2026 is...
Here we go. Can Dara do it? What an extraordinary result. This crowd very happy with the winner. 27-year-old Dara from Bulgaria. They've missed the competition for a few years, and now look, she's only gone and done it. Banga, 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 banga. Fantastic.
Do you know who won Eurovision yet, Paul?
Yes.
That's okay.
Not Finland.
Not Finland. Bulgaria won. The banga, banga, banga.
Was that the one I want to choke you?
No.
No.
No, that was
I want you to choke me?
No, not that one. No, it was the girls when they were all sitting on the chair, like it was a meeting, and they were banging, sort of shaking their heads. Yeah. No, it was more dancey than less in your face. But
they made a little go a very long way.
Yeah, it was very close. It was just down to the last vote. But the way they do it, it's kind of confusing a bit. Anyway, it was down to Israel or Bulgaria. But yeah, she probably didn't miss much by not sitting all the way through those votes.
No. I saw the UK only got 1 point.
Yeah, they were last. Absolutely last.
Could have been worse.
There was somebody else who was last, but then they got some public vote. So anyway, we need to have our breakfast, and we're going to do something else, listeners. So, enough Eurovision talk. Hi listeners, it's Sunday the 17th of May, and it's the afternoon, and I had quite a quiet morning, did some work on the podcast, all caught up with the news, and I had a nap, so I didn't sleep very well last night, but I think it's because, I've got better pillows now. Paul had spare pillows upstairs. I had a nap, we're going for a late lunch, and, we need to go now, so I'll let you know how it goes. Yes. Hello. Gromity. Hi. How you doing? Oh, I'm fine, Paul, I'm fine. What have you been up to? Well, I'm currently in the back of Paul's car. We're in a well, he's not here. He's just popped to get some shopping. Oh, right. Have you been? Has he left the windows, unwind so you have some fresh air? Oh, no, he hasn't actually. I feel like I'm a dog in a hot car. No, he's not too hot. But anyway, he'll be back soon. I do hope so, Paul. I don't want you to be, endangered. No, nor do I. Anyway, how are things? How are you? How's Yeti Uncle John? Oh, Yeti Uncle John's Yeti Uncle John. He's busy with all his plans with Charlotte. Yes, of course. And what about you? Well, we went to Folkestone, to the harbour, went to a food market, and went to a slightly strange hotel, which, felt like, gosh, you could probably have a whole TV series about the behind the scenes life. I don't know. It just felt like it was one of those places that had a lot going on, sort of behind the scenes. Oh, I know what you mean. Otherwise, we had a Eurovision party. That was good. And how's the accommodation? It's good. My bed's a little bit small. I think I'm going to push the two beds together. I'm in a twin room, and there's only me in that room. And the bed is a little bit. It's a very terminally single bed. Oh, it's very good. You just feel like you can't sort of wiggle around too much in it because you fall off. Oh no, Paul, don't fall off the bed. Yeah, well, I certainly intend not to, if at all possible. But other Paul's been getting up early to go swimming. You're not going in the pool? No, not at the moment. It's too much splashing about, and and your poor legsies. Yes, exactly, my poor legsies. They're not up to swimming at the moment, but we've got a DVD player, so we're able to play Doctor Who DVDs. Oh, Paul, you must be in heaven. Kind of, but there's nothing to stop me doing exactly that while I'm at my own flat. But but still, there's lots of channels on our TV in the apartment, but very little of it appeals to me. I ended up watching a documentary about the 70s and 80s band Hot Chocolate last night, and then a documentary about Bob Marley, just because I couldn't find anything on all the hundreds of channels. There was an episode of The Avengers, John Steed. It was a Tara King episode. You don't know what I'm talking about at all. I do do actually. I do know you like the Avengers. We've watched episodes together. You used to watch them when Mark came over. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Anyway, I'll send my love to Yeti Uncle John when you see him. I will, Paul. I will. Oh, I think he's actually here. Okay, well, I can't stop long because I think Paul's coming out of the supermarket. Yeti Uncle John, are you there? Hello. What's going on, Paul? Oh, I'm just calling you from the back of a car in a supermarket car park. Yeah, it's very glamorous. I'm being chauffeured around by Paul from school. Oh, really? Well, goodness. Well, you're in the back. You're at the back of the car, like it's a taxi. Yes, but not because I feel like we have a taxi driver passenger relationship. Just because it's quite a low door. It's not like your taxis, Yeti Uncle John. Oh dear, yes. Well, I'll have a very roomy taxi. Plenty of leg room for yourself. Thank you, Yeti Uncle John. Yes, it's true. I wish we had your taxi now. But anyway, I'm going to have to go because Paul will be emerging from the supermarket any moment now. And yes, I don't want to be on the phone when he returns to his car. Very well, Paul. Well, I'm glad you're having a good time. You are having a good time, aren't you? I am. Yes, I'm having a good time. And yes, and yeah, I hope all your plans are going well with Charlotte. Oh yes, indeed. All is well. All is well. I'm glad to hear it. All right. I'll see you later. And see you later, Cromitty. Yes, Paul. See you later. Goodness. I'll keep in touch. I will do. I will. All right. Okay. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. Gosh. Hello, listeners. We've been out and about, and we're back now. But it was too busy at the pub. Went to the 3 Bells.
5 Bells.
5 Bells. Gosh, I went to a different one there. Gosh, no wonder. I thought there was supposed to be 5 Bells.
You were counting them, weren't you?
Yeah, no, I was.
You only saw 3.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. I only had 2 pints of cider. Although the roads to get to the pub were very windy.
Narrow.
Yeah.
Single track.
Yes. Good views, but probably hard to appreciate them when you're driving through them. But it was a very nice pub. It was well chosen by yourself.
You endorsed it. I gave you the option, and you made the strategic decision.
Well, we had Sunday roast. We had sirloin steak and veggies and ice cream. You had ice cream. I had like berry crumble and custard.
It was very nice service.
Yeah, and we had a pint of elderflower cider.
Yeah,
that was the local one, wasn't it?
Local one, yeah.
Should have taken a picture of the logo to send to Callum, because he often he appreciates different. Well, he's more into beers, but yes, it wasn't supposed to be a very nice day today. But it's actually. Have we seen any rain? Was it raining when you went swimming this morning?
We copped out, didn't we? Because we thought it was going. We didn't venture too far, thinking it wasn't going to be great. Actually, it's been fine.
After the trauma of Eurovision, staying up so late, and I had to have I didn't sleep very well anyway. But I had a good nap later on. But I can see some bunnies in the garden over there. Lots of bunnies, and it's nice to be in these cottages because you just look out the window and you see bunnies playing and hopping about, and birds and seagulls and anyway, when we came back here, we parked in the car park, and I estimated that a good way to get to the pool table, avoiding, there's a relatively steep slope, or I feel like it's steep, because it seems to go. It's probably been made so that things can be delivered up it, but I kind of thought, if you come out from the car park, you can just walk down along this path and get to the same point we need to get to with very little hill. And I was right. There was only a tiny slope, and yet we're already at the top of the hill. But anyway, we're going to see if we can get a game of pool. We could go in the back door because there's an entrance. I think it's just right there. There's an entrance around there. So we'll see if we can get hold of the pool table. Hopefully everybody's gone out. But it is getting near tea time, actually. The day has flown by.
No. This is what they call beginner's luck. Let's try and whack these down. If I pot the white, you get 2 goes.
Yeah. The mic. Shame they don't just have a normal set of billiard balls as well. It's a lot easier to play them. Because I wouldn't know which order you had to do the colours if we were playing the actual proper snooker.
Oh! Oh, very good. I'll take a seat. Yeah, you get carry on. You just carry on. Oh, now I think you've got a good chance there.
What was the other one you got down?
So I got one red.
Oh, right, yeah.
But my second one lines up that one. So potentially, if you just do it gently, you'll knock that one in. And then you've got a chance of hitting this one maybe.
This is quite a tight corner.
You probably need to do it from maybe this angle.
I'm sure I can get closer. I have a cushion that gets in the way.
Hey, you deserve that anyway. 3.
It's very popular.
It is popular.
We're going to get to the point where it's not going to go in because there's too much.
Okay.
Well, at least I did.
You hit something, yeah. I'm hoping for more from than that.
I'm doing tactical laziness. Pretending to look at the different options, but whilst having a rest.
Actually, they're quite comfy. These are like tub chairs, aren't they?
Oh, okay, there's various options, so I'm not confident about any of them. I think I'm just going to go for sheer luck.
Whack it and see.
Yeah. At least there are 4 different. There's potentially, if I hit one, I could potentially. Oh, fouled. I was going to at least hit the brown on the way back. I've got one in.
Yeah, so I've still got 2. So I've got 2 shots to try and pot that back to win the game.
Oh.
So you now get 2 shots. You could win this. This is unbelievable. You got 2. You can have that wherever you want it. 2 shots to pop the black and take the game.
It is a good game. It just comes with his own walking stick. Oh, sorry.
This has been the most unbelievable. I tell you what it is. What's happened is I've been disadvantaged because this is on a slope, and all the way through I felt totally discombobulated. And I think that if because I didn't have any support.
Are you triggered?
I'm triggered.
Well, I think it's.
Unbelievable.
I have been to this house many times. I think it's the ghost of the manor that is recognised. Recognised me.
I think basically there's like an inbuilt bias towards you.
Yeah, well, it knows me. Good house. Well done.
Also, I've had a lot of personal issues that I've been dealing with at the moment.
A lot of cider this afternoon.
I've won. You've had two sides.
I know. Just trying to give you an excuse.
Very good. So you still got it.
I'm not sure I'm going to keep it. But... Woo!
Right.
Hello. I sent Paul back ahead after my amazing victory. I popped into the DVD library and picked up Matchpoint, Annie Hall and Amelie to watch over the next few days. I've got them all at home, but they were some of the best ones they had. Called my mum, picked up some plum jam, some green gage jam, and another jam. I always go for the interesting flavours. You don't necessarily find all those sorts of ones in a normal supermarket. Oh, damson, that's another type of... They're all plums. They're only £4.50. I don't tend to have Gordon jam very often, but I guess if I've got nice jam, I'll make an exception and get something nice to eat with them. But anyway, it's nearly 7:30, so I'm going to head back to the accommodation. I don't know whether Paul will be up for watching some Doctor Who. We started a story the other day, Full Circle, from 1980. We've got 2 more episodes to go, so yeah. Okay, not quite sure what we're doing tomorrow, but I'm sure we'll find something fun, so I'll report back. I'll see you in the morning. Probably, I doubt we probably won't speak again today. No. I've got to relax after my snooker crossed with pool snool match after my victory at Snool. Yeah. I can't believe it. Hi listeners, it's Monday the 18th of May 2026 and we've had our breakfast and we're heading out. Originally we were going in one direction, but now we've decided instead to go another direction and change our days around, and we're going to Whitstable, which is by the sea, but yeah. So we're going to get on and do that. So please come and join us. Please, please, please. Hi listeners, we're in Whitstable, heading for the harbour, but there's not parking that close, which is annoying. I won't go into it, but I took a bit of a tumble in the car park this morning. My leg's a bit sore, extra sore, and yeah, Paul's gone to see the best route to the harbour so that I can base myself there and he can go and look further afield. I just don't want to wander around like looking for a seat. It's better if he goes ahead and finds exactly where we should be going, which is what he's doing now. Anyway, I'm okay, but it's a long story. I may tell you later. Anyway, hopefully we'll find a seat. I'm actually on a seat now, but it's nowhere near the harbour. Well, it's near-ish the harbour, but it's not, I'm right on the road. I can't see the harbour. Listeners, we're closer to the sea than we were. You can see it, but there's a wall slightly in the way. But we're at a cafe called The Forge, and we're able to sit outside. And
it's dry.
Yeah, there's a sparrow. No, the sparrow's left. That'll have to come off the recommended sites. It's moved on. I got 2 drinks because I knew it was going to end up being a small cup, so I got a hot chocolate and a cappuccino. Yeah, that's what, when you're a podcaster, you'll have to do that sort of thing. Really live in style. Really sort of go crazy. It's podcaster's lifestyle. I know your listeners out there, you can't afford to have a hot chocolate and a cappuccino at the same time. That would be like a month's wages. But after 10 years of podcasting, I can afford to just really push the boat out. Well, I couldn't push the boat out. I've not got the strength anymore. But yeah, pushing the boat out.
When were you last in Whitstable?
About 15 years ago, maybe more, maybe 16, 17 years ago. I think, or it could be. Yeah, it depends.
Each day just for a day trip, or
day trip. Yeah. I know I went with a particular friend, and we had sort of 2 or 3 eras of spending time together. So it could have been in the first era, or it could have been in the second era, which would mean it would be more like 2013. But I'm not sure how it panned out. So it's either a very long time ago or quite a long time ago. But, I tell you, they didn't have that sparrow back then. That wasn't here. They didn't have the sparrow. Well, they had a different sparrow, but I don't think it was as good. That sparrow is a big improvement on the sparrows from 15 years ago. They build them stronger, hopping around. No seagulls though. I think probably the seagulls have been outsourced.
A little bit later, they're waiting for lunchtime.
Well, I think some of them have given up doing seagull jobs, and now they do other jobs like traffic warden,
security,
social worker. I don't think they make very good social workers, not seagulls, but I guess it depends if what you're into. But anyway, there's another sparrow. Gosh, they can afford more than that's the third one. They've got 3 sparrows in Whitstable. It is crazy how this place is really, it's really sort of.
It's a lot more popular than it used to be.
Yeah, but which is why they can afford to get more sparrows, because back in 2010 or something, people couldn't afford sparrows. The community couldn't afford sparrows. Just on the off chance that a tourist might go by and go, "Oh, look, a sparrow." But these days, I think they're a little bit more confident, and they can just, let's put 3 sparrows out there. Wow, what? Yeah, 3 sparrows. I think it's worth the investment. Okay, on your head be it. But I think it's paid off for them. I think it's paid off. At least I hope it has. Only time will tell.
So what's your plans for Whitstable today?
Sitting on a chair. Looking at the sparrows. I mean, I came for the sparrows.
Okay.
Came for the sparrows, basically.
Okay. There is like a little museum, like a little gallery thing around the corner, maybe.
Yeah.
Might tempt you.
We'll see. You can always come back and tell me about it. Okay. You can recreate it. Oh, the sparrow, another sparrow. My goodness, 4 of them. It's incredible. This is a real hot spot for sparrow fanciers. My friend Yeti Uncle John is more into magpies, but I think he finds sparrows a bit PG. But, they're not squawky. Not squawky like he likes the squawky bird. Does Yeti Uncle John? But sparrows are very diplomatic. But, yeah, you could recreate the artwork for me either
take some pictures.
I was thinking you might just literally draw them for me, but yeah, photos are an alternative, a good alternative. I think a seagull was driving that van. That's what they're doing. They've become white van men. So we shall see about the art gallery. We'll see. We'll see. Don't nag me about it. You can always go with Paul. And, I mean, we are basically the same person. Both called Paul. There's only one. We are.
There's the original, and then there's a stand-in. I think like a what is it like? What do they call it? A sub. Right. Understudy.
Understudy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'm up to being an understudy these days. I kind of thought that all Susans were part of a one big Susan, and hence, we're part of one big Paul. Something. Maybe I've got my science wrong. Maybe, things they taught you at school when we were at school. It's a long time. Perhaps they've discovered the science that isn't actually the truth. But,
felt a little bit of rain.
That's why my hot chocolate's not going down. It keeps being topped up by rain. I think I'd notice if it was raining in my cup. Oh look, we're sitting on a street called Chandler's Way. Yeah. I have to stay here. I'm sorry, I can't get. It's my way. It's my way. I do it my way. Oh dear. Hi listeners, I'm having another sit. I'm outside a pizza restaurant near a gallery that Paul's going to explore. And yeah, I think we'll be having pizza pretty soon. I think I'm in need of pizza. Yeah, we're going to do that. It is lunchtime, so I think I need some bready cheesy bread with stuff stuck on top, otherwise known as pizza. Hey, hope you can hear me. So what happened was that we left the apartment, the cottage, went to where the car was parked, and I'm having to sit in the back of the car because the front is too squishy and it's too difficult for me to get into. And the trouble is the car had parked really close to his car, so I couldn't get in the back. So he said he'd reverse out into the car park. So he did that and stopped, and I opened the back door of the car and started to get in, but then the car started to move again backwards, so I was half in, half out, and I couldn't jump in, so I fell out onto the ground, and then I couldn't get up for a bit because I didn't want to. I didn't want to. It was hard to get up. Let's just say it was on a concrete ground, so I did eventually get up. It was one of those things that I couldn't really. he was trying to help me up, but because he's quite a little person, I thought I'm just going to drag him down again. So I had to wait till I could get up using my stick. Anyway, it's all got rather noisy. I hope you can hear this. Hi listeners, we're back at the apartment. We stopped for lunch at ZZ. I had these really nice meatballs for starter. They were really yummy, and had this absolutely massive pizza with pepperoni, but it was venison pepperoni. Can't honestly say I noticed, but I like the idea of it being different from... it was very tasty. It was absolutely enormous. Well, it was very thin, so I managed to eat it all. You'll be glad to know. I had this elderflower cider, and also for dessert I had this, it's called a pina colada sundae. There was no alcohol in it, but it had all the sort of, wish I had the description in front of me so I could break it down. Definitely had pineapples and stuff in it, and maybe some coconut in there somehow. I don't know, but it was yummy. It was interesting. It was one of their specials. So yeah, Paul had. What did Paul have? He had something else. Oh, something crabby for a starter, and then like spaghetti bolognese. It didn't have a dessert, just a coffee. I had an Americano. Yeah. And then it was sort of raining by this point, so Paul went and fetched the car because it was a little bit further than we anticipated, and my leg was hurting me. So, yeah, Paul came and picked me up outside the ZZ, and then we came back, and we're home now. So, yeah, it's good. I'm feeling a bit sleepy. Might have a nap. But anyway, tomorrow... we think it's Canterbury, probably. I've got some exciting hopes for tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see how my leg is, see how I feel. See if I can easily get to what I want to do. We'll see how it goes. All right. I'll report back soon. Take care. Hi listeners, we've been recording tonight, haven't we, Paul? We've done an episode that will be coming out during the summer of Agony Art Letters. It's the first time you've done this, but as a taster of what is to come, I chose. There were two topics. One was about high dining, problems with high dining, and one was about holidays, disasters in holidays. And there were 10 letters, but we only did. Well, we did 7 in the end. The way I did it was that we did 6, and then the last 4 was left for Paul to choose which one. And there was one he particularly wanted to do that we didn't have time for, so I thought we'd do it here on this show. Now, what was it? Was it the airport meltdown one?
Yeah. Yes. This sounds stressful.
Yeah.
So a listener has written in,
yes,
and is asking for a bit of advice, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. So, dear Paul and Paul, at Heathrow, I tried to be helpful and picked up a suitcase that looked abandoned. It wasn't. Its owner screamed. Security arrived, and I panicked and shouted, "I'm innocent," which made everything worse. How do I ever show my face in an airport again? Signed, Grounded by Shame.
Oh dear.
It must happen all the time, though.
Really?
Picking up the wrong suitcase. I mean,
what on the belt, on the recovery belt?
Yeah.
When you're
particularly if it's a very generic looking. I mean, that's why most people try and get luggage that is slightly different from, or they put stickers on, or they do something that kind of
lurid colours.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably you're probably not alone when this has happened. I guess you could only apologise. They're asking what were they asking? They were saying,
well, how do I ever show my face in an airport again? You are one of millions of people who go through airports. They will never. It'll be long forgotten the time in your next appearance at an airport. I don't think they'll have wanted poster on the wall.
No, I think you're probably being a little bit oversensitive, and it might go back to something that happened to you in childhood.
Yeah. Maybe you were abandoned or mistaken for a suitcase.
Why
one of those
don't you
two.
book some therapy?
Yeah.
Maybe,
not with us. Though.
No. If it's really, really troubling you that much, but Paul is right, of course. This won't be on your criminal record.
No. Well,
but you know.
What we found from doing these letters, listeners, and you'll hear when the final episode comes out, there's a lot of people who get themselves into situations and they're too embarrassed to own the moment, and then it becomes more of a thing. For instance, we're not going to answer these in the full way, but there's one here about somebody who accidentally got in the wrong walking group at Lake District and ended up doing a group of ultra marathoners, and they ended up having to walk up mountains for all day and stuff. You know, just say I'm in the wrong group. I'm going back down again. I mean, and there's another one here about a music festival where somebody lost their tent and ended up with one shoe and ended up wearing. You know, it just things happen at festivals, but it's like what happens at the festival happens at the festival, and don't worry about it. Nobody remembers. Once you've left the festival, nobody remembers. There was one other letter. There was the dessert that judged me. I ordered a chocolate fondant. When it arrived, the waiter said, "This is our most indulgent dessert. Most people can't finish it." I took this as a challenge. I finished it. He looked disappointed and said, "Well, that's unusual. I feel shamed for my triumph, for my wrong to feel proud." Of course you should feel proud. It was a challenge that you know.
I think a lot of this comes down to choosing whether you want to move on.
Yeah.
You just need to choose to move on.
You shouldn't be worrying about it so many months after.
Because no one else will be thinking about this because they've forgotten about it themselves.
I mean, there was one letter we didn't have time to answer where a couple sort of said, "Well, when we arrived, our dog was given a cushion and it's a bowl of filtered water, a complimentary beef cube, whereas it took 25 minutes for our pint to arrive." I mean, that's just bad service, but I wouldn't be writing to an agony aunt about it. But
and also, we don't have time to go into it.
No.
We come on.
No, I'm sorry. For legal reasons. Then, apparently, I mean, one of the other ones we didn't have time for, the person who wrote in said that they'd received a menu written entirely in Latin.
God.
You know,
my God.
If that's and when he sort of tried to fake it and choose, he ended up with what turned out to be a single roasted carrot on a plate. I mean, we listeners, you'll hear we answered a question from a man who ended up with one mushy pea on his plate. There are a lot of people out there who just are too embarrassed to speak up. I think there's a lot of people who need to go on competence training courses. Anyway. Listeners, we're going to turn in now. We've given as much advice as we can manage for one day. You'll hear the final episode later in the summer, and it's been very good to get Paul contributing, as he is a man of much expertise.
Well, you're welcome, and it's, thank you for inviting me. It's it's completely different. I've not done this before, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, it's a pleasure. It was a pleasure to have you on the show.
Okay.
Anyway, we'll be continuing with our holiday tomorrow, and we don't expect any letters about it. Good night. Good night. It's Tuesday the 19th of May and it's raining.
It is horrible.
Paul's just gone to fetch me an umbrella from the car, but we're aiming to go to Canterbury, but yeah, it's not going to be the greatest of days, I'm afraid. But we'll see what we can make of it. So yes, we'll report back as we progress. Hi listeners, we are in Canterbury. I'm in the car, in a car park. We want to, I want to go to this particular museum. Paul might go and explore some other bits, but yeah, we're just trying to work out how close, because it's difficult to just go and park near where we want to park. So we parked in a car park, but we don't want to, if it's too far away. Plus it's raining, and it's wet and slippery on the streets. So Paul's just gone to do a bit of a recce to find out whether, can he get to the high street in 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And if it's the right place to park, we'll stay here and then we'll try and go to the museum. Now the museum I want to go to has lots of characters from kids TV, from a particular genre or franchise, sort of kids TV from my era. But I'm quite excited to see one or two of the characters, but it may not be possible, so I'm not going to get too excited. Anyway, we'll report back as we progress. We're in the Small Films Gallery, where you can see Bagpuss and Noggin the Nog and the Clangers. Not just Bagpuss, but the little mice and other characters from the TV show Bagpuss. And none of this will mean anything to American listeners. But to my generation of kids, they were on TV a lot. Even though some of these series only had 10, 15 episodes, they got repeated a lot. So you got to know them very well. I can't say I remember individual episodes of Bagpuss, but it was more the character of Bagpuss and his friends who were toys in a second-hand shop that had been repaired, and when the shop closed they woke up. I'm here with Bagpuss and his friends and the Clangers and Basil Brush and a few others. Actually, really, really moving experience. These faces, especially Bagpuss, these characters, were some of the first characters I saw on TV as a tiny person. It's very good to see them. Hello, Compty, is that you? Hello, Paul, how are you? I'm all right. I'm in a gallery. I'm hiding in a nook. If the sound sounds a bit weird. Where are you? I'm in Canterbury with Paul. We've been to a gallery. It's the Beanie Gallery. I'm in the Small Films exhibition. All right. What do you see there? Oh, lots of things from my past. It's quite moving, really. There's Bagpuss and the Clangers and Basil Brush and not just Bagpuss, but all of the other characters. Professor Yaffle and Madeleine the doll and the frog. I've forgotten his name. Anyway, and the frog. I've forgotten what his name was. Anyway, I'm I'm a bit overcome. Oh, Paul. If you need to cry, you should cry. This is your childhood. It's bound to be emotional. And now, I mean, I really wanted to come here today, but I don't think I knew it was going to have quite this effect on me. But it is lovely. How's getting Uncle John? Oh, he's out with Charlotte today. All right. Anyway, I better leave you to it. I hope you have a nice time. Just wanted to check in with you. Thanks, Cromitty. Yes, quite tiring, but we're going to go back to a pub near the car park where we parked for lunch. All right, good. Well, I'll speak to you later. Thank you. Yes, I'll continue looking at the gallery. Oh, don't cry, Paul, don't cry. I'll try not to. Oh dear. Hi listeners, I'm currently sheltering in the car. Actually, it stopped raining. It was raining earlier, but we went to the gallery. We went for lunch at a place called the Miller's Arms pub on the corner near the car park where we parked up. Couldn't record in there because they had music playing, but it was nice. I had scallops for my main meal. I wanted to have this pie, but it was all sold out. I can't remember what was in the pie, but it sounded good. Steak or something. Steak and ale, but it was a bit of a posh steak and ale. What else? Oh, dessert. I had something called Folkestone pie or Folkestone pudding, which came with a toffee ice cream. It tasted more like butterscotch. It was nice. It was quite a small sliver. I guess Folkestone pudding, I guess, sort of a bit Christmassy, almost. A bit mince pie-y. I'm not quite sure what's in Folkestone tart or Folkestone pudding, but I wanted to try it because it was a local dish. I liked it. I was kind of thinking it was going to be more of a hot dessert, but it was actually a cold tart. It did look more like a tart than a pudding, but anyway, Paul's gone to get a little bit of shopping. There were 4 things we needed, and we remembered it in the pub. By the time we got back to the car, we could only think of 3 things. Let's see if I can remember. Rolls, brie, and now I can only think of 2. I don't know. Did he want juice? Maybe he wanted apple juice or orange juice. I can only really remember 2 of the things, unless juice was one of the things. See, between us, our memories are declining, listeners. It's been a long day. I had to walk to the museum and back in the rain. Anyway, when we get home, I might do a bit of poetry reading. I want to record some poems outside, but I don't think today's the day for that. Still got 2 potential afternoons. Today, I think I'm just going to read a bit in the house and then chill. I'll see. Yes, we've got to drive home once Paul gets back with his rapidly diminishing shopping list. He might get there and not remember anything, but we can be sure. Right, it's been a nice day. It was really good to see Bagpuss and his friends. So I'll speak to you later. Yeah. Paul, what was it like back in Canterbury today?
Wet,
yeah.
cold.
You got new socks.
Yeah, I'm afraid Bad Puss didn't really make up for the experience, but it was nice to see the town.
Yeah, and we had a nice lunch.
Yes, very nice lunch.
Even though they didn't quite have what we both wanted for some of our, but anyway. What was it I had? I've forgotten what I had now.
Scallops.
Scallops. I forgot what they were called. Yeah.
In a really nice, very nicely presented. I wish I'd ordered that.
Yeah.
When it arrived, I wanted asparagus, but they'd sold out.
Yeah.
So I didn't have anything else. I just had crab for my main course, which is very nice.
And you've been swimming and you had the pool to yourself.
The whole thing's just for me. They opened it just for me.
Well, they knew one of the Shy Life podcasters was in town, so
what a luxury!
They actually came and visited here and flooded the whole flat so I could have a swim in the living room. It's amazingly dried off now.
Well, it's windy as well.
That didn't happen, listeners. Don't worry. Oh dear. We'll see you tomorrow. We're going to recover from our wet afternoon. Hi listeners, it's Wednesday the 20th of May. We're heading to Goodnestone Park today. At least that's one of our, that's our main destination today. The weather's a bit cloudy, it's not raining. It's not too far from where we're staying, so about 10 miles or something. So I'll speak to you again when we get there. All right. Hello listeners, we're in Goodnestone Park. It's not it's the grounds of a sort of stately home, but it's the gardens that are really open to the public rather than the house. I think the house might be a wedding venue. There's a statue, well, I guess statue sounds like an old style statue. There's a man who's a bird watcher made of stone. If that counts as a statue, I guess it does, but it's not the sort of traditional town square statue. Anyway, it looks really realistic, and to get to the gardens you had to go up a slight hill, so I said to Paul, "Oh, please go on ahead, I'll just take my time." So he'd gone on ahead, and I was slowly making my way up into to the actual gardens, which is now a flat area. And I could see a seat. I was like, right, heading for the seat. When you have gout and stuff like I do, you're always looking for the next seat so you can progress around a place. And I saw this man standing there looking at something, and I thought, oh, I'll just let them walk on before I go to the seat. And then I looked again, and I was like, oh no, that's a statue. That's not real. It looked that realistic. There's something similar at Woking Station, although it's bigger than life size, so that's a little bit disconcerting. I don't know, the one here, I don't know if that's lifelike or slightly bigger, but anyway, we're going to go into the walled gardens now. I'm currently sitting looking at an old tree, and in the way where I'm sitting, there's like a branch, and in the distance behind the branch there's like a stone, what do you call it? I'm lost for words today. Again, definitely not a statue in this case, a stone thing, a bit of artwork, like almost shaped like almost like the shape of a heart. And so you look at the tree, and in the gap where the branch is curved, you see this heart made of stone, heart of stone. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to go to the walled garden, which is just across where I'm sitting, because I'll probably even get more protection from the breeze. I don't know that it's going to affect the recording, but just in case, better to have as much protection as possible, as the actress said to the bishop. Hi listeners, I'm in the walled garden now. It's a very beautiful view. You can see from where I'm sitting, you can see all the way down the garden with lots of beautiful flowers, blue flowers, pink flowers, purple flowers. There are lots of foxgloves. Some of those are pink, some of those are purple, some of those are white. And at the bottom of the garden you can see another seat that sort of looks back in this direction. Whether I'll try and do that, we'll see. I'm quite happy sitting here, to be honest. The rose bushes, so that those roses are sort of maybe yellowy, maybe white, maybe a mixture. The flowers are good. Paul is exploring more widely across the gardens. He's got a map. Hopefully one day he'll return. There's a greenhouse. You can see the actual house as well. There's a tea room that we will explore. There's a shop that I'm keen to explore. There's also a garden centre, or I'm not quite sure if it's a garden centre or garden produce, or it looked good. There's mention of cider, so I think we'll be popping in there. I don't know what we'll be doing for food, because there's lots of other opportunities. We had talked about going back to the pub we were at on Sunday, but we might be swayed by something else before then, or never get there because we find somewhere that's... We weren't sure whether the cafe here would be enough for a lunch, or whether it would just be cake, which is good, but it's not a main meal. And we don't... Although we're at self-catering places, we aren't cooking big meals in the evening. We're probably having like a bowl of soup, or in the morning a bacon sandwich. Paul has done us proud, at least providing some sort of sustenance. There's been cheese and crackers. Some of this I brought with me as well. You know what, I'm thinking I'm ready to move on. I'd like to see more of the garden. I want to take some photos as well to send to my mum. But yeah, this is a good choice because it's not as famous as maybe a National Trust place or an English heritage place. Probably not as expensive either. One of the things I forgot to tell you is I've told you about looking down the garden, and at the other end you can see a chair. Well, you can see more than just a chair. You can see what I guess is a church. It almost looks like a castle, but I think it's a church tower. Everything's very symmetrical. I'm sure the church was here before the house, so I'm pretty sure they made the garden fit in with what else was here originally. Anyway, a fly just landed on my nose, so I'm going to go into a bit more exploring. It's still a little bit breezy in here. The wind crept over the top of the walls, and tempted by the greenhouse. as well. Which way do I go? Where do I go first? Yes, well, I'll report again in a moment. I'm near the greenhouse. I'm gonna go inside. Probably not for too long because I'm wearing a quite thick coat and it's probably gonna be too warm. Oh, there's cacti in here. Oh, lots of them. It's a bit... It's not the easiest place to walk around. So, lots of smells. I'm not sure what the smells come from. It's not me. I have come out of the greenhouse. It wasn't that easy to move around, and there were lots of cacti, which I very much enjoyed seeing and taking photos of. It wasn't terribly warm because the doors were open either end. So, but anyway, I thought best not to loiter too long, and I've come to another part of the garden, which is about halfway, maybe not quite halfway down. I can see the fish pond. I'm closer to the church. I'm on a slightly sideways angle, so I don't quite get the symmetry that I did before. I haven't seen Paul. I hope he's not got lost. He'd be very upset if he misses his cream tea or whatever we have. There's quite a lot of cloud today, but there is some blue sky. It was raining when we were in Canterbury yesterday, but yeah, it's certainly pretty nice today. A little breeze, but nothing too bad, and nice to sit out. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to go any further down the garden. I don't know. We'll see. Depends if Paul shows up. I've still got quite a lot of plants I want to photograph. There are plants all around this bit of the garden, but they're not quite... Well, they're probably not... The flowers are probably not out yet because it is only May. But I don't know if it's worth going all the way down to the bottom of the garden just to get that just to get that sort of reverse image back down the garden. Probably get that to a certain extent from where I am. Anyway, I'll report back, but yeah, I don't know if I'll still be in the garden or whether we'll have ended up in the tea room by that point, but yeah, this is definitely... Oh, there's the... Oh, it's 12 o'clock. Oh, yes. Don't know if you can hear that. You probably can't if I'm talking, but... I wanted to come to a garden like this, and we could have gone to one a lot further away, which might have been busier. I don't think it... this is exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, Goodnestone Park, highly recommended. It's only £10 to get in. Plenty to wander around. All those lovely cacti. Hey up, listeners. I spot a pool, a lesser spotted pool. It's a different type of pool to this pool that he approached from the church end of the gardens. I'm hoping he'll tell us about his adventures. Where have you been, great adventurer?
The best way, of course, I need to show you something.
Oh.
I took a picture.
Yes.
And I think it's going to explain why I'm wearing different clothes to when you saw me earlier.
Listeners, goodness.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just find
He's fallen in the fish pond.
Not quite. Better than that.
Better.
This. Can you see this obelisk?
Yes.
This is actually 1983.
This is a Doctor Who reference. He's
and that's why I'm in a completely different outfit, and I've got all my hair.
Well, it's 2026 here for me.
Exactly.
So you've been to 1983.
Well, I'm going to meet myself, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh. So I've come from 1983. So I'm going to be meeting.
Yeah. Oh, you are the 1983. So you're not the one who's got the car. Oh, well, I'm not that interested in talking. I need the one with the car, and the one who makes bacon sandwiches in the morning.
Oh.
Are you up to the job? Can you drive yet? You can't drive in 1980. Just a minute. You would have been 10 or something. Not even 10.
I'd have been
8.
8. Yeah, 8. But I was a very fast learner.
You're very mature looking.
Fast first time.
Yeah. This is very confusing, listeners. What have you seen on your journey through space time?
So we've been so we've done all this bit here, which is lovely sunken gardens.
Yes.
There's like a woodland walk.
Yeah.
There's some they call it the amphitheatre, which is basically three levels.
Yeah.
Steps down to the main house. House is closed.
Is that not the name? Is that not the main house then?
No.
That's probably the back of the tea rooms.
I think this would have been their farm, or there would have been workers' cottages or something. So the actual house is probably about 5 minutes away. You go round it, and then there are some other gardens and some views. I've taken some pictures so I can show you some of them.
He's taken the photos so I don't have to.
And then you basically come back in a circle. But the map, when I was going to the obelisk, the map, I thought, oh God, this looks like quite a way. Actually, it's not. It's not to scale, that map. So you can walk around, and then I've been at the end of the woodland walk. It takes you to the churchyard, so I've been inside the...
Oh, right. Were you there when it struck
Yes,
noon?
Midday.
Yeah,
right,
we were talking.
That was me.
That was you doing. We were talking. The listeners and I were talking when that happened.
Yeah, that was that. So, and then you just loop back round. But this is where you're sitting is actually the best. I think the best bit.
Yeah, because I was sort of thinking, do I go to the other end and look back? But I think I've got this far, and I think actually there's not a church that end. The church framing at the end.
Yeah.
So I think I'm happy to. This is as far as I'm going to bother going.
You've got a nice bit of shade here. You're behind it.
Yeah, I've been in the greenhouse though, believe it or not.
Right.
Went in the greenhouse. There are lovely cacti in there. It was a little bit, had to shuffle a bit because there's quite a lot of things, sort of other things underfoot. That it wasn't that much room, but I saw some cacti. I'm glad I did that.
It's a really nice, good idea of yours. It's really good.
I was saying to the listeners,
do you know anything about it?
No, I was saying to the listeners, I can't imagine that if we'd have gone to a more distant, more expensive garden, that it would have been any better than this is. And also, I can only really go so far. So if it was massively bigger, I couldn't do it anyway. And there's enough here for you to appreciate, and enough here for me to appreciate. And I'm sure it's about half the price of one of those bigger houses as well. And the tea room looks good, and the shop looks good.
Yeah, and then there's also a farm shop.
Yes, I was telling the listeners about that as well.
More like their local supermarket.
Yeah,
mini supermarket. So
we've got plenty of
other things to do.
Plenty of things to do. I've already seen a mug that I want to buy. I don't really need another mug, but I rarely see mugs that are nice big mugs for a nice big cup of. Some of these.
You've brought some coffee with you that requires
a bigger mug,
like a mug that's.
I often do buy a bigger mug when I come to I always forget the cups here are a bit teeny tiny, but even at my house, I only have about 2 big cappuccino mugs, and they're sort of beginning to. They've seen better days. There's maybe a chip in, so I think I will treat myself to a big mug. Yeah,
and it's also another way of supporting the garden.
Anyway, listeners, we have places to be, so I'll report back in a bit. I'm hoping that this version of Paul can transport me to all the places that need. I don't know what happened to the the other Paul. Poor other Paul. Maybe you'll swap places.
Well, he's here. I'm going to meet him.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to meet up with him.
There'll be an explosion. I'll wait for you. I'll wait for that. So whichever one survives.
You may not report back.
This is the last episode. This will be edited posthumously.
Yeah. Oh, that's okay, because I was in the first one, and I'm happy to be in the last one.
I hadn't planned this. We had other such big plans for this summer. Hi listeners. Ooh, the breeze is rushing through here. I'm sitting back near the statue of the man, who I guess is sort of the right height for an actual person. Paul's gone on to the shop. I walked back here. I was going to sit in another chair, but someone else was having their sandwiches there, so I've come back here, and then I'm going to go to the shop and get a coffee. I don't know if this was a fictional episode of the Shy Life podcast, which I don't think it is. The whole thing about Paul, being meeting another version of himself could have been a massive plot thread. Although we've done similar things over the years, it didn't feel worth doing. I'm sorry. I'm in factual mode today. It's the diary episode. Yes. So I think it is time for coffee and cake. So gonna head for the garden exit. I've seen as much as I need to know that this is a nice place to visit. I
got the right idea there.
Yeah. Hi listeners, we're in the cafe. It's an outdoor cafe. Hopefully, I daren't even say this, hopefully it won't rain. It's not forecast to rain today, but I have felt a few spots in the wind. Well, not wind, the breeze. We're actually having lunch here. I'm having a quiche and salad, and Paul's having sausage roll and salad. Then we both want cream teas, so we're going to be here a while. So I've got an Americano to start with, but then we'll end up with tea when we have our cream tea. But yeah, interesting. Nice to be able to sit out anyway. So, and I want to go to the shop because I haven't been to the shop yet. Thought I'd leave that to the end. So yes, lunch imminent. Remember when we used to go to Reeves the Bakers, and the height of sophistication when we were 13 or 14 or something was 11, was to go and have a sausage roll in Reeves the Bakers.
Actually, I think it's so expensive that I bought sandwiches and things from them. And when I was working, in Ringwood, there was a Reeves in Ringwood. I went to a couple of times. It was like 13, 14 quid for a sandwich and a drink, and I don't know, some sort of cake or something. I was really surprised at how much it was.
When I was in 6th year, we were allowed to leave school at lunchtime, or in free periods or whatever. And usually on a Monday, I treat myself to lunch from Reeves.
Right. But I don't remember it being expensive.
No, I don't think so, because I'd have a sandwich. I used to like the like liver pate sandwich. But then I'd also have a pasty, and I'd probably have a Danish pastry. And also, I used to get paid for my paper round at the weekend, so I think I was partly using some of what I'd earned.
I thought you had to put that paper round. Yeah, I now I regard it as a not expensive thing. I mean, they've got a Gales in Salisbury, and if you've seen that round by just off the Market Square near the Bunch Cross, opposite on that corner.
I think I may have seen it.
And there used to be like there's been all sorts of things that place, shops selling cheap suitcases, all sorts of things. But Gales as well. Oh my God, it's like. It's a real credit card job, that. Yeah, it's like $7.99 for a bagel.
My old bank in Surbiton, one of the branches I used to sometimes go into, just turned into a Gales.
I think some suburban places have benefited from people working from home, but they pop out at lunchtime, and then they'll use something local, so they might buy. And therefore, some of these shops have moved. They've basically followed the market into the suburbs. Because is there much in Surbiton?
No, it's usually where you catch the bus to go to Kingston.
Yeah.
There's a Wetherspoons which I sometimes go to, because sometimes when friends come in my direction rather than me having to go into central London, we'll tend to meet in Surbiton because Wetherspoons is so close.
Easy, yeah. Was it in like an old building or anything, or was it a brand new, purpose-built?
No, I think it is an old building, but
I like that. Like with
I think it might be another one that's a theatre or something.
They've saved a lot of buildings, but otherwise, totally redundant.
I didn't know that the house here is where I think where the writer M.R. James who did those ghost stories for Christmas, where he was born. I don't know how long he lived here. There isn't much. There's a little book of his writings. I was hoping there'd be something I could take home to Toby. Because he's the big...
Was there something about it then in the shop?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't miss that. That's interesting. Did he live here?
I believe so. I'll have to read up on it because it didn't tell you a lot.
It's nice if you can find a connection or something that you. I enjoyed that. The Joanna Lumley. She was in it for about 5 seconds or something.
Yeah, I don't think.
It must have been half an hour's work. That spent more time in makeup than anything she did on the screen. I think I enjoyed it more on the second viewing because I missed quite a lot in the because it's fast paced, isn't it?
That quiche was solid good.
Oh, good.
I'm not sure what it. I said it was like a summer vegetable type. I'm sure there was asparagus and onions and broccoli. I don't know.
Is it of the day?
Yeah, it was of the day, so I don't exactly know what it was.
Would you like to have a piece of this?
Oh yes, please.
This is it's very nice. There is, if you like, there's this tomato relish. It's a little bit spicy, but not like oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
They put something in they just call it spicy tomato.
Yeah. That's nice.
A little bit of a kick.
Yeah.
A little bit. Not nothing.
I spent £47 in the shop.
Wow, okay.
But sounds a lot, but I felt the prices were very
reasonable.
Yeah, I bought this sheep jug, which I thought was a big, like, cappuccino mug, but actually it wasn't. I don't really have a jug. I mean, it was a sort of porcelain jug, but it's got a sheep on it, and I'm sure I can use it for, like, putting juice or swash in. Or... That was only $10.99. I couldn't believe it was actually. I can easily see that being 40 quid. And
God.
Because you bought that candle, and it was only
£5.
Yeah, I mean, that's a.
I'd expect. Yeah, I thought it was 10. If it was National Trust.
Yeah, I mean, and the thing that you and yours has come with a porcelain cup with the candle in.
Yeah.
So you can use it again. So
I bought it for the pot.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So the candle was always like a bit of a...
I bought two postcards. Two postcards. So I bought 4 postcards. I bought a little book of M.R. James stories, although I probably own something similar, but I don't own that particular book, and it would be the sort of thing I could pack in my. I don't tend to read a lot of physical books these days, but it's something I could put in my suitcase for when I go on the cruise. I need my reading glasses because it's quite small to print, but it's a nice little pocket edition. That was about $10.99. Hardback. I bought a little porcelain buddy thing that's a bit of a sort of joke between Matthias and I. Anyway, there's this little porcelain bunny which I can put with some of my other knickknacks, and it was £3. It's perfectly lovely. I also bought just some greetings cards, anonymous ones you can use for different. They were like £2.50. If you went to Paperchase, although I don't think Paperchase, you'd be paying £4 or £5.
I think they have got a concession in. Where have I seen them? John Lewis's.
Yeah.
John Lewis has still got a concession because they just go buy them.
Yeah, I think they are in certain places, but not where I tend to go anymore.
I've seen them in. I've seen them in a supermarket, whether it's Tesco, whether it's Sainsbury's. Someone's bought them, and now they supply.
But these were nice cards because they can be used for any, a birthday or a Mother's Day card or whatever, and so, nicely printed. So
that's reasonable, £2.50.
I think that's what I got. But that was pretty good for £47. I haven't really bought anything in any other shops because when we went to
that's cute, isn't it?
Canterbury, yeah, I bought that book there, yeah.
Where is it? Who is it? Am I going out of my mind? Oh, the Mezzotint. That is a scary story, actually. I enjoyed the Did you do that about 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, that's right.
Maybe not as long as that. See the ones I know. Yeah, the Mezzotint, the ashtray, Count Magnus, number 13.
Count Magnus.
Was number 13 the trunk? One about a trunk?
Yeah, maybe. Number 13 they've done quite recently. The Count Magnus one was a recent.
Yeah,
one.
Maybe that's the one with the trunk. The trunk that comes alive. The stuff in the trunk.
Yeah. That because they did a load of them in the 70s as well.
That's how I got into them. It was a. I came across whether there was a repeat of something, and then I went online and I bought. It's like the British Film Institute did a collection of 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah, and then eventually they ended up doing a box set.
That's it? Right, okay. So that's how I got into. A View from a Hill.
They have done that one.
I know that one. There's a whole load here that I don't know about. Yeah, thank you very much.
Would you like a dessert?
I think we're full actually. So.
Yeah,
okay.
Thank you. We just pay here.
Yeah, can come here.
Yeah, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hi listeners, we're in the Farm Shop Cafe. Well, I am. Paul's shopping. I was leading him astray, so I've gone to get a seat. He's seen some alcohol he wants, but he didn't really want to get a trolley, so he's got a basket. Anyway, I came to get a seat, and there's lots of interesting cakes, so I'm just waiting for him to arrive. I was going to take a photo of a sheep that was near the car park, but when I got there it had moved away. It's one chance of stardom ruined. How's your very large pan of chocolate?
I just expect it to be hot. So I've had enough already. I'll take it.
My carrot cake is surprisingly good. I only say surprisingly because I think it's probably freshly baked by somebody, but it's quite heavy. So I was worried it was going to be maybe dry, but it's not. It's a meal in itself. It's very good. In some ways, it's almost more like a fruit cake. It's got every mouthful's got carrot and nuts and all sorts. And the icing's good. I had carrot cake somewhere else, didn't I?
We had it in Folkestone.
Oh yeah.
Hotel.
Oh yeah.
But that's just like a little. How to describe that?
Yeah, that was nothing.
Fairy cake.
That was nothing compared to this.
It was like a fairy cake.
Yeah. Hi listeners, Paul has just popped into a little shop to get a newspaper, but we're heading back to the apartment now. It's about 3:30. I expect Paul's going to go swimming. I want to go in the garden and read some poems, but it's a little bit blowy. We'll see how it is where we're staying. It may be that it's more protected around there or something. I think today was my favourite day so far. The garden was just what I wanted. The shop at the garden had, real good deals. The lunch was good. Discovering that the house was where the writer M.R. James, or the village was where the writer M.R. James had been born was exciting. Both Toby and I are big fans of M.R. James. We've just had a nice cake. Yeah, I think, my favourite day of the holiday so far. Hi listeners, back at the flat, cottage. I guess it's a cottage more than a flat because, it's a little cottage. It's a bungalow cottage. There's an upstairs and a downstairs. I've been watching a 1973 episode of Doctor Who, or story of Doctor Who, 6 episodes, called The Green Death. One of my favourites. I watched most of it last night. I watched Annie Hall last night for the first time in a while. Still a very funny film. And the night before that I watched Match Point, which was a sort of a thriller, psychological thriller. Also by Woody Allen, but completely different style. And later I'm going to watch Amelie, which is probably my favourite film ever. But I've also been fitting in some Doctor Who. So I'm watching The Green Death, but I watched 5 episodes of it last night, and I was going to watch the last episode because Paul's gone to the swimming pool, but it's too windy, really, to go out in the garden and record poems. So I thought I'd watch the last episode. But somehow when I turned the DVD player on, it came up with the version with the commentary on top. So the commentary was quite interesting. I'm not sure I've listened to it, so I know the story well enough that I'll just listen to the commentary version. And then we're going to have some dinner. And yeah, I guess I'll do some more editing. I put out a new episode last night, which was one of the 10th anniversary clip shows, the second one. And yeah, probably watch Amelie. And then it'll be time for our last full day of the holiday. Some of those plans have changed slightly because we were going to go to Margate to the Tate Gallery, although it may not be the Tate Gallery. Apparently it might be the Turner Gallery, except that it's closed for refurbishment at the moment, so we won't be going to it at all, so it doesn't really matter. But we're still going to go to Margate and Broadstairs, which I used to visit quite a lot in the maybe late noughties, early teens, when my friend Dan's parents lived in Broadstairs. I went to a poetry workshop at the Folk Festival one year, and one of my Shy Yeti on Location videos was made down there. Well, 2, I think, at least 2. And yeah, so yes, we've got plans, and hopefully we'll stick to them. We might even go to Ramsgate, and when we come home, I'm hoping the weather will be nice enough to record outside. But anyway. So, Paul, what did you think of today? I was saying to the listeners that I thought it was one of my favourite days of the holiday so far.
Yeah, I think it was a really good suggestion. I'd never heard of Goodestone Park before. I didn't know anything about it, even though I lived in Canterbury for 2.5 years.
I only saw it because we went past it, a sign for it on the roundabout, and I was like, oh, I wonder what that... And it said it was only... From that point, it was only 5 miles away. I thought, well, maybe it's a bit closer than Walmer Castle. And anyway, you later said you've been there before. I mean, I might have been there before, but I certainly hadn't been to...
yeah, I definitely haven't been there before, and... but it was really nice, very relaxing place, easy to get round. Probably about an hour. There's not probably enough for an hour. There's a little gift shop, and the cafe is part of what was the dairy.
And I did a little potter, but I saw enough different angles of the garden, of that walled garden anyway, that I felt like I'd sort of achieved something.
Are there some pictures on the website for people to have a look at? Or
there will be on my Instagram and stuff.
Yeah, so they'll be able to visualise it.
Yeah.
But it's basically a house that's only open for weddings, but the garden's circular path, and then there's a flat area.
And I think
with a pond and then a church at the end.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that if the cafe is not open, then it operates by sort of, you pay your money at the gate, but you're taken in trust.
Honesty box.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't know about it was, as well as Jane Austen, having once stayed there, M.R. James lived in the village.
Yeah,
turned out.
Then he was born in the clergy house. So whether that means near that church, because you went in the church, didn't you? Whether it was that church. Can't imagine there are that many churches in one small village.
It could just be that. It's a small hamlet. But he's a very, for anyone that doesn't know, he's a very famous writer of ghost, specifically of ghost stories that are often, or in recent times, have been made into TV shows.
They date from the very late Victorian period into the early 1900s, up until about 1920, I think. Maybe.
Yes, also it helped with the weather today. It's a sunnier day, makes it different. Where you can sit outside and enjoy the environment a bit more.
That's good. And we've we've got one more day, but we may be doing something on our last day on the way home. So, yeah, the holiday is still in full swing. Good morning, listeners. I'm in Margate. I hope it's not too breezy. It is a bit breezy. But anyway, I'm just telling you, I'm here in Margate. Paul's gone to have a wander around. I'm just enjoying the sea view. Sitting quite near to the Turner Gallery, which is closed. But, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. I was last in Margate in 2012 when I was staying with my friend Dan and his family. Well, his family lived in his mum and dad lived in Broadstairs. We used to come down and stay down here quite a lot, and sometimes around the time of the folk festival. And when we came down in 2012, it was the time of the Olympics, and we came to the gallery, which is closed today. And then I walked back to Broadstairs following the coast road, and I made one of two Shy Yeti on location videos that I made that summer. Well, in Broadstairs or in this area. Yeah. So yeah, it's been 14 years since I was here. Hi listeners, we're in Broadstairs. It's quite hot now. I've just seen Paul's twin. Actually, the closer he gets, the less it looks like Paul. And he's also walking a dog. I think we're in Victoria Gardens, maybe. Paul's gone to have a look around. I know there's ice cream nearby, but I don't know how nearby. It might be that I can put my order in and he can go and fetch it, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm a bit slow today. I'm not used to going out every day in a row, even when I'm in a car. It's still quite tiring, especially now it's hot. But anyway, I'm steps away from the beach. I mean, from the hilltop, so I'll be able to get a photo of that. And the good thing is, plenty of benches, plenty of seats, so I can sort of make my way. But still need Paul to scout out the ice cream shops. We'll make it there eventually. I'm not sure there's anybody out here today under the age of about 50. That's probably unfair. There are one or two, but mostly it's grey heads you can see, because to be fair, you know, it's not holiday time. So yeah, it's mostly older folk. When we were at Margate, Paul went and got some seafood, and he got it was like a prawn cocktail, lots of prawns in a salad. It was nice. It was sort of like a takeaway. It was.
I've never been annoyed. I've done one first time, and he'd already done it like 4 times.
It was pretty delicious. Anyway, I might move along the prom in a minute and find another bench, but I don't want to go anywhere where I'm too hidden away, because Paul won't be able to find me. Or even the fake Paul with the dog. Hi again. I've moved along the prom a little bit. I've had a look down at the beach. I have been on the beach before. In fact, I've swum in the sea at Broadstairs. It may even be the last place I've ever swum in the sea, back in 2012. I'm not sure. I've swum since then, but not in the sea. I'm pleasantly surprised to see Morelli's ice cream shop is closer than I thought it was. I'm literally 5 minutes away. So I'm going to make that. I'm going to make that walk because it'll be worth it to go in and have a proper ice cream sundae or something. I've seen Paul. He came by. He was looking for me elsewhere, and I think we got weed on by a seagull. I think it was just we. Can't actually see any evidence, but something came out of the sky. Not great, but hey, birds are beautiful. So yes, I'm looking forward to my Morelli's ice cream. Better not be closed. There are lots of roads around here that are closed. We ended up hanging on some massive diversion. And, anyway, I'm gonna move on to another bench now. Paul's going to take a little walk along the front. Hi listeners, we're in Morelli's. It's been a few years since I was in here. I'm having a Black Forest Pavlova ice cream, hopefully. And actually, there's not as many different flavours as I thought there'd be. Only about 10. I was thinking there'd be like 30, 40. It's just that I'm used to going to Crave in the Isle of Wight, where there literally is, loads and loads of ice cream. So, anyway, Morelli's is good, but anyway, it's good to be back. We're sitting indoors. So. We're sitting indoors to escape the seagulls. Did you have a nice cream tea, Paul?
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
I had a teeny tiny ice cream sundae. No, in truth, it was nearly as big as my head.
In the form of a chocolate.
In the photo, it looked quite small. But
it was deceptively small.
Yeah.
Actually, you should take a picture of the original of the menu version.
Yeah. When it arrived, and it was well above the top of the glass as well. But it was mainly chocolate and vanilla ice cream with meringues and
Black Forest.
And Black Forest sort of cherry sauce. Cherry sauce rather than cherry ice cream. You can't have everything. But it was very yummy and made people's heads turn as it came across.
Stopped on the way, yeah.
Yes, Paul got stopped by a lady who was intrigued and jealous, probably. Yes, I must take a photo. Yeah, I must take a photo of that for the menu, because it really doesn't look anywhere near as big as it really was. Okay. Anyway, a successful ice cream experience. Yes. Hi listeners, we're on our way home, but we stopped at Ramsgate. I'm looking out across the harbour. It's nice and sunny now. Paul's gone to explore the shops. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I'm close to having a nap, but I probably shouldn't have a nap in the wide open world, just in case. I don't know. Someone might try and kidnap me. Anyway, yeah, after that we'll be heading back to the cottage, and we've got to pack our stuff up tonight, and yeah, we are maybe doing some more bits tomorrow, so I won't quite say goodbye, not quite yet, but yeah, the holiday's nearly over. Listeners, Paul's back from his exploring around Ramsgate. You've been held hostage.
Yeah, by a residents' association. I thought it was a walkway. It turned out to be private residence, and the gate shut. And I was buzzing, and no one was going to let me in.
Or out.
Or out, yeah. Either. So I had to climb over some railings.
It was like episode of Prisoner Cell Block H.
Yeah, otherwise I would have been here half an hour ago. Goodness. So that was an adventure.
Nothing exciting like that happened here. Some boats went past.
Yeah, it's lovely, aren't they? Yeah, fishing boats.
Yeah. Nobody was being held hostage that I know of.
No, although
but who knows?
There are 5 UK border agency boats moored up, all of which are doing absolutely nothing.
And I have seen
finished at 4 o'clock.
Yeah. I haven't seen that much of Harrods Way, but I'm sure I've seen boats on episodes of Bergerac where there's been criminal activity going on. So, who knows? Well, I'm glad you've safely returned. Anyway.
Yes. And back to Lineage. Back
to our cottage now. No more drama for today. Hi listeners, it's Friday the 22nd of May. We've just checked out. I'm just sitting in the garden whilst Paul goes to reception to settle up any bills that need settling. I think we're going to do a couple of little stop-offs on the way home. So I think we might keep those as our extra material, or after the theme music extras. So I think I'm going to say goodbye now. Thank you for joining me for our holiday. It's been a good return here. We've had quite a number of holidays here over the years, since 2016, plus before then. So yeah, it's good to be back. I didn't get to speak to the ghost of the manor this time, but never mind. He's probably busy, probably on holiday himself. Anyway, we've got plenty of episodes in the can. You take care, and bye-bye for now. Although we will be back briefly at the end. All right, bye-bye. Hi listeners, we're concluding this episode with a visit to a very special place. It's in the village of Pluckley, St Nicholas's Church, which is supposedly the most haunted village in Britain. Let me get you some facts. Well, supposed facts. Among the most famous reported hauntings is that of the Red Lady, or Lady Daring, who died in the 12th century, sighted in the churchyard of St Nicholas. Other reputed hauntings include a ghostly monk, a phantom highwayman, and a gypsy woman called Susan Richardson, who died in mysterious circumstances. It's a very sunny day. Doesn't feel particularly spooky, or that there might be ghosts about, but, well, I'm having a look. I'm taking photos in the hope that something shows up on a photo that I don't see with my own eyes. Paul's gone into the church, so I better make sure he's okay. Well, we're in St Nicholas's Church. There's no sign of Lady Daring or the Red Lady.
No. Well, actually, I can tell you a little bit about them. Two local families had a strong influence in development in the church. The Dearings built the Dearing Chapel in 1145, which was reconstructed by Henry Dearing in 1635. And the other family was the Malmains, both of whom have their coat of arms on the 15th century font, which is to your left.
I see.
And now I know you were interested in the organ, Paul. So
yes.
The organ...
It's a big organ, isn't it?
The big organ was donated by Lady Dearing.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, that was after a big argument.
Yeah.
But it was replaced in the 21st century.
Is it Lady Daring the one who's the ghost?
Wonders of science.
Or was that a different one?
It was destroyed by heat in the 20th century. The church is open every day during daylight hours.
Oh, I should think so, especially
because of the ghost.
Yes. Yeah.
The ghost.
I bet they don't like mentioning the ghost, but there is a reason.
So the ghost is Lady Dearing
of this area. Oh. There's about 12 ghosts in the village, but we haven't got time to do all 12. But it's worth inspecting your photographs when you get home, just to make sure there's nothing being caught in the photo that... Of course, this rather goes against other encounters I've had on the podcast, where other ghosts have made themselves very well known. And I have friends who are ghosts. Meanwhile, here we are, desperately trying to find a ghost. I mean, why do I need to see another one? I see one every time I go around to Bettina Dupre's house. Life is contradictory. That's the truth.
Some notes for prayers that I'd like read out at the end of the month. There's some very optimistic things being written. Please pray for Jenny to get a new job. Please pray for me to get through this difficult time. And then the third one says, please help Emma to walk again. I mean, I think these are. I mean, I'm all for aspiration.
Yes. They're a bit hopeful.
I think.
I think there's more chance of supporting the NHS to get some of those done.
Or, I don't know, what the extent of the...
Yeah. There's not enough information. Well, listeners, we've visited St Nicholas's Church. We've been inside. We've scouted the churchyard. I'm not aware of having seen Lady Daring, the Red Lady. But who knows? Maybe she's lurking here somewhere. As for the other 11 or 12 ghosts, they'll have to keep for another day. But anyway, we've still got one more place to go. So we'll leave the ghosts of Pluckley and head on there. Paul, you've done a more wider explore of the graveyard. Did you see the Red Lady?
Not so far. No, I did find the Deering plot.
Oh right, yeah.
And there's like a sort of huge marble gravestone, but there's no markings on it. It's just a slab, a bit like in A Christmas Carol with Ebenezer Scrooge. But there's no markings on it. But the other graves have got the Deering markings, so you know it's their plot. And it's all railed off, so it's their own area.
Oh well, another day, another ghost. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Wow, really? No kidding.
Thank you, darling. Thank you too. Bye-bye. How beautifully done.
You can always call me.
Oh, that sounds good.
This show is part of the Pride 48 network. Find more shows over at pride48.com.
Oh dear, what's going on now? Oh, it's the Shy Life Podcast. Let's go.
I have a voice. I have a voice.
You have a voice.
You have a voice. We have a voice.
We have a voice.
Unique voices in podcasting.
UnivazPods.net.
That is so cringe, oh my god. You're a man of culture as well.
Hi listeners, we're at Tenterton Town Station. It's a steam train. Trying to find out whether actual steam trains are running today, or whether it's just the museum. Paul dropped me off and I'm sitting on a chair and I've just seen Paul walking off in the opposite direction, so I don't know if he knows where I am, and now I can't see him, so I'm just going to stay where I am at the moment and we'll find out. It may be there's no people here. It makes me think that maybe no trains. Hi listeners, I've moved seats, I've crossed the platform. Paul has come back and reported to me that there are no trains running today, but I'm able to sit on the platform anyway, or else he goes gallivanting about because he's got free parking here, whereas he would have had to have paid up the road. So, but we're actually a little way away from the shops, so he's going to go up there and grab something, and yes, I'm just going to sit on this platform with this noisy chainsaw going on in the background. Anyway, this is probably about it for now. We'll see. Paul has promised to bring back treats from the town, so we'll see what happens there. But I'll try and get him to say goodbye before we go. Hi listeners, we've come to a pub called the White Lion in Tenterton to have lunch. I've just had a very delicious fish and chips. Yeah, it's very good. But we didn't go to an actual fish and chip shop. So this was at this pub, which was very nice. We were sitting outside. Paul's just gone to get the dessert menu and another cider. But then this definitely makes up for the disappointment of the no steam train. But we'll be heading back after this. But as I say, it's been a good trip, a good holiday, and a nice lunch. The menus are here. What are you going to have, Paul?
I think I'm going to have an Eton mess.
Yeah.
It's strawberry and elderflower.
Yeah.
I wish they wouldn't tell you the calories.
Yes. I
really don't. If you're worried about your calories, don't eat out, don't drink, don't eat anything. Just have salad.
You had scampi for your main.
Delicious cod scampi.
Yeah.
Cod.
Scampi
cheeks.
Yeah.
Actually, what it meant was they were bigger. They were bigger pieces than you would normally get with a normal scampi.
Maybe not mouth cheeks. Maybe bum cheeks, but I won't tell you that.
They were delicious. I don't know. To be honest, I'm not interested in the detail of where
the cheeks came from.
I'm happy to confirm it. They were very nice.
Oh, good.
I'm pleased with my choice. And you had
I had it, yeah.
And you were happy with?
Yeah, I want to
order the
curry sauce. Never mind. I want please the apple and rhubarb crumble with custard. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not with custard.
No. Vanilla ice cream.
I always presume. Yeah, I'll have it with the ice cream. It's fine.
Okay, apple and rhubarb, and I'm going to have Eton mess.
Yeah, I always presume it's going to come with custard. Listeners.
Well, often it does.
Yeah.
Not today.
This is just the weirdest thing I've ever heard. Well, gotta tell you, I didn't expect that.
What the hell just happened on this show? I mean, seriously, reverse it, because I lost. What's going on? What happened?
Man, was that worth it or not? Oh my goodness, that was a darling little shoe. Whoa, I love that one. Great show, Paul. Yeah, that was a good shoe.
We're going to have some orange squash now. It's exciting.
Oi, that's your lot. Is that?
Everyone's a critique.
That's so funny. Yes. How didn't I think of that? Oh my God, you're so cool. You're like the coolest young ever.
825.
825. 825.
825. 825.
825. 825.
How was your Eton mess? Oh, you're still going with
I'm
it.
still going with it. Good though.
My crumble was pretty good too. But, we've got a long drive ahead of us after this. You need lots of fuel for.
This is the end of the last trip of the holiday.
Yeah. It's been a very nice time. And thank you for all the driving around.
You're welcome.
Got to see a lot
Each
of
day's
things.
been really different. Which is your favourite day? Because you've done really different things on every day.
Yeah, still the house and garden.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was nice weather for that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favourite day. And yours?
I'm torn actually. I really liked yesterday. We did 3 seaside towns. So Margate, Broadstairs, and Ramsgate. So I enjoyed seeing those. All really different. I really enjoyed the Sunday lunch we had.
Yeah.
This sounds. I did like the house, the gardens.
Yeah.
I love the gardens. And you picked that. It was a really good call. I didn't know anything about that place. I enjoyed our Sunday lunch because on Sunday it wasn't great weather, so we just based ourselves at home, didn't we? But then we went out for Sunday lunch, and it was a bit stressy getting there because the roads are so narrow. But then when we did get there, actually it was a really nice. It was a really nice meal. It was a really nice Sunday meal. Lunch. Or late lunch, wasn't it? Yeah. So I enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed the massive swimming pool. Been swimming every day, except today, which is a really nice facility, a really nice thing to be able to do that. So I think I enjoyed Canterbury because I used to live there. I liked Folkestone because it was seeing all the development of the Humber area. That was really nice. We were in Tenterton today, which is really pretty. No trains running today.
No.
So I thought we were going to do, but then we wouldn't have ended up doing this.
No. Oh well, it's been a very good trip, and goodbye now, listeners. This is our final goodbye. Say goodbye to the listeners.
Goodbye.
He's got a mouthful of of eaten mess. That sounds horrible. Saying it like that. Oh dear.
You can't beat me now.
Title of the recording?
Okay, stopping recording now.
Very cool.